Okay, I'm back. Been a couple weeks. A lot of things happening. We have some cases where a little preparedness should people should get ready for. Now, so here's my little deal on survival. We're just preparing for. This is just one of my little blogs. This blog here is I call it my clearinghouse. It's where I put articles I don't want to keep, but I don't really want to write something about it, but I'd like to have it around for reference later. So, in any survival scenario, there's one thing you gotta have. So I recommend people get 2 5-gallon pails for every member of your family. And I think you should fill it with rice. Each pail will hold about 35 pounds of rice. And you can get it for pretty cheap right now. And I recommend you get it right now. And 1 pail full of rice, 1 pail full of beans. At 35 pounds each, that gives you about 700 servings. Now, you get 2 pails per person in your household or family. And that will give each person a very bland, boring diet, better than nothing diet for 1 year. And in a rationing environment where you're going to go with 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, that would give you 2 years approximately. So each bucket 350 servings. At 1 400-calorie meal a day, which would be a starvation diet, that would get you 2 years of food per person. Of course, if you double up on it, there's 1 year, or about 1.5. Also, in a preparedness scenario, shit hits the fan. I really gotta stop cussing. A worst case scenario, you would also want to have some kind of tool, and I recommend a machete. Now, the one thing about machetes is you need a thick shank or a thick bladed, not one of those super skinny little blades. So you want something like that, and I recommend a machete because it's so utterly versatile. And you'll see in this one from SOG, this is what I got. It's a medium duty blade. It's not the thickest you can get, but it's good high quality steel. It also has a saw on it, so you can saw, and with a machete you can cut down trees and other things. Also, it makes for a good close quarter combat tool if need be. And also, I recommend that you focus on things like clothing. I recommend blue jeans, jean shirt, jean pants, because you're going to want to, because you don't know when when the economy will kick back in and all these items will be readily available. In the scenario that everybody's worried about, I'm frankly worried about, is that pretty much the economy will tank and there will be no more transportation or transport of stuff like food and clothing will be slim to none. Be lucky if you get some. And in the scenario that I'm thinking about, it's going to hit the whole nation, every city, town, and village all at once. So you're going to want to have extra rugged clothing. And by the way, the relaxed fit jeans, man, they're already kind of wore in. You want to get the stuff that ain't been broke in. Because trust me, you're going to be sorry if your freaking clothes wear out early. Because you need them clothes to protect your skin. You also need them clothing to you need the clothing to keep you warm. And you know, your sensibilities come last, believe it or not, but you're also going to want to have a tarp or some way to ensure shelter. Now I recommend a 12 by 24. There's a lot of things you can do with a tarp. Besides, if your house remains intact, not damaged or destroyed, then you can use the tarp to cover up the open areas, because you want to keep the wind and the rain out. Also, I recommend a roll of 4mm plastic. That way you can cover up windows and holes, or holes in the roof if stuff goes bad, stuff like that. On a day-to-day basis, it's also good in case of natural disaster, tornadoes, hurricanes, or something like that. You can cover up big holes in your walls or roof. You can keep the weather out while you're arranging for repairs. Now, you're also going to want to have some kind of self-defense. My recommendation is a 12 gauge. In the best scenario, you'll want a semi-automatic. Of course, the main reason I'm saying you'll need that protection is to defend your home. Now, by the way, these are recommendations for people who are going to turtle in. Also, and for that 12 gauge, you're going to want several different rounds, I figure. And also, you're going to want at least 1,000 rounds, because you don't know how long this mess is going to happen. So you want to be covered for all scenarios. So you want about 1,000 rounds. So you can buy 12 gauge rounds at pretty cheap birdshot, and which I have plenty of birdshot. Number 8, number 7. Let's see, let me get this focused in here for you. Okay. Now, the other shot, like slugs, are expensive. See? Boy, I need more light in that area. Let's see. Slugs are expensive, but I recommend you get a few. They'll knock a human being down, and they'll give you a range for your 12 gauge all the way up to 200 yards. And trust me, don't listen to this crap you hear on the internet. You can reach out 200 yards with a slug. Now you can't really tell this, but I've modified my number 8, and you can see I've done picked into it, so I didn't do a very good job of sealing it back up, but that's good enough. That's 20 pellet tactical. I also got a very interesting and very dangerous round, which is the 3-inch Magnum square pellet number 3. Very rough on the flesh. Also, here's another round. This one I modified. It's called a wax round. That's double-aught buck. 9 pellet. Only good for about 15 feet accuracy. Outside of that, it veers off real bad. You can look up the videos. And here's another one. Don't got another one. Most of your rounds you can just go ahead and leave as number 8, I figure. Because at close range, number 8 will rip up anything. Plus you can use it for hunting with, which is one of the things. Now I've got number 8 steel, so it's not going to hurt anything. Another thing you're going to want to have is a light. You buy these cheap. Batteries. Nothing but rechargeables. And if you wonder how you're going to recharge something, by the way, you want AA and AAA, and this is AAA batteries. You're going to want a method of recharging, so you can do that. Now I've got a generator, but you can recharge with these little rechargers, or you can do this. This is a cheat right here. You know, your nice little solar powered yard lights. You can get one of these. Then you could pop the lid off of this. You know, look, you can stick a AAA battery in there and recharge it. This fancy, cute little way, something else I learned on the internet. You can also buy them with AA's. Now, since most of the stuff I got is AA, so you can do that. You could probably also trickle charge alkaline batteries. You know, they don't recommend you, and by the way, I don't recommend you recharge alkalines because they are so fickle. They do not want to take a charge at all, so you have to trickle charge them babies. And you got to watch them because they'll, yow. But anyway, hey, you know, WROL situation, you might try to do anything if things get that desperate. You didn't hear that from me, and I'm telling you right now, I don't recommend it. But it's possible. Now, there's a million things you can do. There's your food, your clothing, your housing, and a couple survival tips. By the way, if you get a hold of, I don't think you get a hold of these now. Sogfari, I got it for, it was on sale. It was like some kind of promotional deal I got. So I only paid 20 bucks for this baby. And you can go ahead and look it up on SOG knives, and you can order you one, but it's only a 10-inch now. That's my little ditty on survival. That's the bare minimum. You want to add to it? Fine. That's for people who are going to turtle in. That's what I recommend. Definitely during the first couple weeks, you want to turtle in and defend your house or your life with everything you get. Because I think that what's going to happen is going to hit people so fast. Whatever's going to happen is going to hit people so fast and so hard that it would be dangerous for you to try to get out. Now, a lot of uninitiated people are going to be on the roads, they're going to be on the streets, and they're going to be in dire straits. The list of dire straits runs from, I think, more people than you think are going to survive, but you boost your chances of dying out there on the streets. All the way up to like 1 out of 3 will probably die. And yeah, I'm set up to bug out if I got to. But the more people that will just stock up on a couple buckets of freaking rice and beans, just freaking rice and beans, the sooner people, the more people will be able to adapt. Things will balance out and settle out, and there won't have to be so much looting. People running around trying to kill other people for their food. Well, that's all I got to say right now. Click.